Boom, monk mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, see, I keep telling you, as an introvert, when you're 10 toes down, you can see all the aging. You can spot all the wolves. Once you're the sheepdog, you can literally spot every wolf there is. At the end of the day, Luther versus Sullen, he's telling dudes. He's supposed to be telling you about how to get in shape. But now he gotta come in a form of body game. He's telling you if a woman says she's celibate, that means you're not him. But my question is, why are you not celibate? Because that's how you're gonna increase testosterone. A lot of dudes, you're too busy trying to smash. See, you letting these wolves play your face. How you letting the Agent Smiths play your face? I repeat, how are you gonna keep letting the Agent Smiths play your face? At the end of the day, how are you gonna get big muscles and power up like this if you keep on releasing? If you keep on releasing, if I was to keep releasing and releasing and releasing, I would not be fitting my shirt like this. At the end of the day, I would not have energy. I would not have testosterone to keep lifting weights. I would literally lift weights probably once a week. If I was releasing, if I was smashing, I would literally lift weights once a week, not even. Maybe twice a month. Once every 2 weeks. Bruh, he's telling you, if a woman says she's celibate, you're not him. But why are you not celibate and you're watching body games? So that shows me that you guys are not in shape, but you're trying to smash. So if you are smashing and you're not in shape, good luck getting in shape. That's why these dudes got to take TRT. That's why these guys have to take steroids. They need synthetic testosterone because they want to blow their load while still growing. Well, just so you guys know, if you are retaining, you are getting big muscles. It's easy for dudes who are retaining longer than 120 days and staying retained. Listen, trust me. If you gonna retain for 7 to 10 years, no SCX, no phone numbers, listen, you won't have a problem growing. Listen, you're gonna look different every single 365 days. You're gonna look totally different. I'm gonna look different 730 days in monk mode, retaining with 0 relapses. 730 days from now, I'm gonna look different than when I hit 365. I'm gonna look different at 365 than when I was on 120. At the end of the day, your testosterone is gonna keep going through the roof. Raise the roof, raise the roof, raise the roof. Your testosterone is gonna keep going up. He's telling you, you're not him. Oh, these guys are acting like there's not over 1 billion women on this planet. There's more than 1 billion. There's more than 4 billion women on this planet. And he's telling you if a woman says she's celibate, you're not him. So, you're not him if you can't get the coochie. You're not him if you can't get the cat, which decreases your testosterone. So it debunks the whole body game. It debunks the whole body game. See, you can see the matrix for what it truly is if you learn how to be alone. This is why I say introverts run the world. We see everything. When you're alone, that introvert is the most powerful position. You literally see everything. You see the wolves trying to devour the sheep. You see the wolves trying to devour the other wolves. They give you a little bit of advice, then they debunk that advice. They give you a little bit of advice, then they debunk that advice. It's like a wolf giving you a crumb. He's leaving that dead animal for that other animal to come through so he could devour them both. That's what he's doing. He's telling you you're not him. So, since guys want to be him and they've never destroyed their ego, they're going to fall to temptation. You're never going to get big muscles if you keep falling to temptation. Bro, when I was smashing and having one night stands, I didn't have muscles. I repeat, when I was smashing and having one night stands, I did not have muscles. My shirts did not fit like this until I got on retention. My shirts did not fit like this till I started going to the gym 2 to 3 times a day. At the end of the day, 2 to 3 times a day got me like this on plus retention, plus monk mode. At the end of the day, if you are smashing, you are decreasing your testosterone. Every time you bust, you're lowering your testosterone. Bust again, boom. Bust again, boom. Bust again, boom. So the lower that testosterone goes, the harder it is for you to make muscles. The harder it is for you to build muscle. The harder it is for you to maintain your muscles. Yeah, it's even hard for you to maintain your muscles. So at the end of the day, listen, I'm in shape too, so he can't run that game on me. I'm in shape naturally because I'm not having SEX. And if you smashing what they like to call you him, how are you him? Dudes who be smashing, they end up on child support. So the dudes on child support are him? Stop the cap. The dudes who keep getting divorced are him? They smashing too. You don't think they smashing? Stop it. Slap yourself. Luther Vercellin, if you ever see this video, listen, I want you to take a step back. Slap yourself. You keep lying for views. These dudes go outside just to get 23K. Bro, you got like 23K. You on the same boat as Nine Out of Soul. They both got more subscribers than me. But I have more discipline. So whatever they're saying, I'm not trying to hear it. They're lying to you. Luther Vercellin, bro, he's a liar, bro. He's a capper. He has to go outside for views. This is what happens when you have views. This is what happens when you want views. At the end of the day, you got to understand. If you are chasing SEX, you're not building muscles. Unless you got to take TRT. That's why Game Guy Goldie, he came out and said men need to get on TRT and start taking testosterone. Yeah, because you keep smashing. That's why you got to take synthetic testosterone. Now, you just going to mess yourself all the way up in the long run. And when you get 30 years old, your lineup going to be back here. You're going to be balding when you're 30 years old. I'm telling you, when you're 30 years old, you're going to be balding because you keep on trying to take this fake testosterone. I repeat, you keep on trying to take this fake testosterone. It's not going to work. At the end of the day, you got to understand it's not going to work. If you naturally want to build your testosterone, go on monk mode. 365 days. Bare minimum. 365 days, the bare minimum. As long as you at least hit 365 days, you will get a taste of real testosterone. You will get to know what it feels like to have real testosterone running through your blood, running through your veins. At the end of the day, the reason you dudes are hard gainers is because you keep on getting hard. I repeat, the reason you dudes are hard gainers is because you keep on busting your load every time you get hard. I'm going to say this again. The reason you have low testosterone and you're a hard gainer is because every time you get hard, you keep busting loads every time you get hard. Listen, they're playing on your lust. Stop letting these dudes play on your lust, bro. They're debunking themselves. If you're having SEX, they literally told you. They told all boxers this back in the day. Stay away from SEX before the big fight so you can have your aggression because it weakens the knees. Aggression equals testosterone. You're not aggressive. When you bust, you're quote unquote him, you're relaxed. You going straight to sleep. You're not going straight to the gym. So whatever he's talking about, listen, I'm telling you, once you're an introvert and you learn to not be around 99% of humans, you can see everything. Like, bro, why is he trying to finesse them? I got muscles too, so I'm not a hard gainer because I'm actually retaining my seat. You can see my whole shape with a long sleeve on. At the end of the day, monk mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.